Uh, Another franchise continuer.
Money, money. That's all the reason. Money.
Yeah. No, I mean we know that the 28 later franchise, uh, the main team they've been wanting to make their own sequel for a while. Uh, well, you have your development hell kind of stuff here and there. You got other people working on 28 weeks later as a sequel, and then you got um yeah, but let's like do it again. Let's go back to our roots of the first film,
No, not
and
those
we'll
statements
bring
again.
back the original director and writer and do it right this time. And yeah, and oh, not just that, we'll make a trilogy out of this like new attempt. And when I heard that, it's like, oh, The Exorcist again, Halloween again. Um, yeah, that's just what this is.
Yeah, hey, I mean, Top Gun Maverick is getting a sequel now. Even the Social Network. I just got that like a few hours ago. Fuck you. The fuck is what the fuck would I? Why would I want a sequel to the Social Network?
Bro, they just brought back The Accountant with Ben Affleck.
No one knows about it. The thing is, I haven't seen the first one, so you don't ask me what do I think about it.
Yeah. But just random ass sequels. And here we
Money.
are.
It was like this Hollywood is so bankrupt. Everything has to be a sequel. It's like, hey, let's stick through the Social Network sequel so that we can just make fun of wait, who made Facebook again? Mark Zuckerberg again. I don't know. The thing is I haven't even seen the Social Network.
Yeah. So what's this arc going to be about? Him making threads?
Probably he just like fighting Steve Jobs, I guess. I mean, it's not even directed by David Fincher. It's gonna be directed by Aaron Sorkin. I uh I don't think I mean he directed one movie before and then they just like yeah David Fincher is working for Quentin Tarantino now, so he's not gonna direct this. So Aaron Sorkin, do you want to direct this film? And he was like, yeah, sure. Genius. Oh God, I hate my life. The thing is
Yeah.
like,
So I will go and say right now, I don't think either of us are like big fans of the 28 franchise, or at least like we're not like accustomed to the franchise to like have like a big opinion about it.
what? I only started the fucking franchise like last week. Like I
Yeah,
only
yeah.
started.
That's
I
that's what
was,
that's what I'm referring to.
yeah.
Um yeah, so it's not like there's no like nostalgia blinding or anything like that. Like we watched all the movies prior to this. How would you describe the first two movies?
The first one is like really great character study. I mean, that the first one is really great, and then the second one is just bad. But like at its very least, the
Yeah,
second
but
one tried to expand on the first one. I'll say this.
yeah, that's kind of my thing about. I know like the second movie has been getting a lot more. I mean, the second one has fans. I won't say that it doesn't. I do. I still really like that intro sequence. I think that is probably that's like a really good intro sequence of like
No, the intro is
Dawn.
really good. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
Dawn running out, leaving his wife behind, and everybody else behind. It's not something you would expect, especially the man in the situation. But yeah, that was really well done.
Yeah,
It obviously, as Unity said, like the first film, obviously like very iconic. I mean, it's inspired like so many zombie franchises to what they are, to the point that it reinvigorated the genre, despite originally they didn't want to
Intend
call it.
to.
They didn't want to be a zombie movie. It's just like the rage virus is what it is. And then this movie, you have the Swedish guy saying, "Yeah, it's zombies." So there you go.
Yay! I love this film. I love this franchise. I don't know. Danny Boyle is weird. And then, when I heard that, it's like, well, they're making 28 years later. It's like the first thing everyone comes in mind is like, oh, they skip months.
Yeah, and there's no legitimate explanation to this. Like, people have talked. Well, it's already been like 20. It's been 23 years since the first movie. So it's not like. So it's not 28 yet, but like, I mean, it's still been over a decade at the very least. The last movie was back in 2007. So like 18 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a while. And then months is like, well, 28 months is like, that's like about
2.5 years.
about 2.5 years.
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
2 years and 4 months.
Yeah, so it's like, so I feel like people thought that like, that's not really like a lot of like time to make any justifications or anything like that, which is
No, what 2 years is not a lot of time. What the fuck are you on about?
that is a lot of time, but like, I think it's like the conversation though is like if you consider the ending of the movie, it's like, well, you have the infected like in London, not London, in Paris. So meaning that the infection got into the mainland, and then this movie is like, yeah, we got rid of that. That didn't happen.
Justification. 28 years later. I don't know.
Yeah, so 28 years later, you get that classic title card. But prior to that, I mean, you have, the opening sequences is kind of like what the films are known for. The first film having like, the environmentalists upset about like how chimps are being like experimented and all that stuff, and they wanted to free them, but like, they have like this virus that makes them angry and it can spread, that kind of thing. And then that's how the thing happens. Cillian Murphy's character, Jim, he was in a coma. That's why he's not aware of anything in 28 days, which is a pretty clever way to go about it.
Yeah.
To make him that tertiary like introduction character for the audience. And then, obviously Weeks, we talked about that intro, very good intro. And then this one is just, well, it's kind of like Weeks. It's like you have like the kids watching a TV show, the Teletubbies. Like that's not a joke. It's not a ripoff. It's actually the Teletubbies. And then then you have like, I guess, chaos ensues. And it's kind of weird. So this is like Scotland, so it's like farther up north. And and then you got your zombies coming in. It's supposed to be really like serious because they showed killing kids, but like they didn't really do that. They just cut to the Teletubby screen and then blood splatters. That's the extent they go with it. And then there's one kid, Jimmy. He's running around the house. The mom is like, "You get out of here," and all that stuff. And it's weird because this sequence is like they have zombies like in all directions, the stairs, the kitchen, the front door, and it's like then it just cuts, and then he's out of the house somehow.
The thing is like they said that the outbreak starts in Manchester. I was like, do you know how long are those distance? You fuck. Manchester and what the fuck? What's this place again? Fuck.
It's like Scotland.
Oh shit! They have the. Oh yeah, they actually wrote down the fucking name of the place. For fuck's sake. Give me a second. Oh yeah, but like I know the infect is spread through like London already, but like, do you know where Scotland is? You fuck. That's a long distance.
It's pretty long, yeah.
Scottish Highlands. What the fuck?
Scottish Highlands. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna Google map how far is Manchester to Scotland. Manchester to Scottish Highlands. Time. 7.5 hours.
Yeah, and I mean, like I know this franchise did like start the concept of like zombies not being like the slow walkers only, like they can actually run. And obviously that's like a lot of tension since the zombies can keep up with you, and all that stuff. So,
But like
I mean, it's still 7 hours worth of running. I
no,
mean, that's
7 hours. 7 hours
that's
by car.
by car. Yeah,
Fuck's sake. That's like you can't just like here's first day. I was like you're in Manchester to Scotland. I was like what the fuck? That's by car. By foot you have to walk for 5 days.
uh,
I was like
yeah.
okay,
So,
to be fair, but bicycle is 1 day. But like, dude, the distance is insane.
yeah, they're not mutated yet.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So here's some important things to mention about the first two movies. Is that in the first movie you see that even after 28 days, so that's under 1 month, by the way. So under a month, the infected, they do start to die out because they have like the issues of starvation and all that stuff. And then even in this second movie, like they flat out say that, yeah, the infection has stopped because the zombies have died, essentially,
The thing is like
due to starvation, dehydration, things like that. I mean, like the idea is like, like it because it wasn't based off of like it wasn't intentionally made to be like zombies or anything like that. It's like kind of like the idea of rabies, but like with a zombie infection kind of a thing. So it's like with like rabies, you have that you can't like eat, you can't drink or anything like that, and that will slowly kill you and that kind of thing. So it's like that's the idea of what they're going for. So it just doesn't really make sense that like, yeah, I mean, now it's 28 years later.
it's
But
like they died. The thing is like at the very 28 weeks they gave a justification. I mean a poor one, but like
yeah,
at least they did not like by the way the zombies are still here low, but like they just try to justify it like they're like immune people who are immune, so they got spread it like this. I mean it's stupid. Like okay, the execution of that is stupid as fuck. But it's like at the very least they did not try to retcon it. They try to build upon it. I mean, albeit poorly, but still, they try to build upon it. What the years do was like basically just say, oh yeah, the infection. We just got rid of the infected. There are like UK is now contained, low.
it's under quarantine, out to fight for itself, basically. But like, yeah, I mean, the rest of the intro is just like this Jimmy kid. He runs to the church. His dad is there, and his dad is a pastor, and it's always that's just the trope. It's like, Judgment Day. It's here. Come, my children, and all that stuff. So
Religious means you're stupid.
religion means you're stupid, basically. I don't know. It's like this always seems to happen for some reason. Yeah. So the kid Jimmy, he'll be important for later. No, it's not Jimmy from the first movie.
No. Yeah. Oh, well, I think Alex Garland. The only thing Alex Garland knows about religion is Jonestown. That's the only explanation I can think of.
Yeah. Honestly, what I was thinking is like maybe they could have like if they were like to tie it like to the first movie, like, oh, that father was the father that Jim came across in the first movie. Like that could be interesting, but like they didn't do that.
No, I mean that this entire sequence is irrelevant to the entire story. Only relevant like at the very end, and that's the part that no one likes, even the people who love this film.
Oh my god, it's fascinating. We'll get to that. But yeah, that's basically the opening. Very ass
I
compared
mean
to the other two openings.
the fact that kid can outrun so many infected and the mom just like instead of just like lock the door, she just decided to run out for no reason instead of protecting the kids which are in the room. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Also, like, we're also kind of like, kind of confused as to like, all the kids are like already in the room, and it's like it's kind of weird how they frame it because like, oh, it's like maybe uh mommy and daddy are fighting, and like that's what the yelling is coming out from the outside. And then then like I'm also wondering like there's like so many kids in this room, like over like 12 children in the room. Is like, I don't know, is this like a family gathering, or is it like an orphanage or something like that? I just wasn't, that was kind of confusing me. But then yeah, I mean then Jimmy runs and all this stuff. And then yeah, as you said, like all the exits were like blocked, and like there was no way for him to run, and yet it just hard cuts hit edit him like outside of the house. How did he get out? Don't know.
Wait for the next film, which they shot it already.
Yeah.
Directed by the person who made the Marvels.
To be fair, I like Neil DaCosta. But Alex Garland also wrote that script as well.
Oh, he's got. If that movie is also successful, they gotta roll. They gotta make another one. They gotta finish the trilogy.
Oh, they're finishing the trilogy, all right. It's like, first off, it's like I mean, we've kind of like alluded to this. Like, I really don't know like what this has to do with like 28 days later. Um, like this could have just been any other zombie movie. And then I guess like you just can get away with that, I guess, because like the way that the infected work, they're not even the same in this movie. Like they operate completely differently. Like the rage virus kind of thing is like, it's like, yeah, they just don't really act the same. Um, not
Yeah, I
not
mean,
not only that, they add new superpowers to the infected as well.
wow.
Um, and not to mention like with 28 days later and 28 weeks later, and you've also had like the whole thing about starvation and dehydration for the infected and all this stuff. And then it's like, and then 28 years later, then you just have them like they're eating fish and probably deer and all that stuff. Is like, oh, it's like, I mean, I guess maybe like in a month's time, maybe the infected like didn't realize they could eat other animals and that kind of stuff. Um, but then like, yeah,
How
then
the
you
fuck
just
they
like
not How they not fall off doing that for like 28 weeks?
28 weeks, and it's even that, it's like even with 28 weeks, it's like at least they were already dying off, taking into like the second infection that came up as well.
Yeah, I mean there's this movie literally did not build upon anything, and everything they just try. It's like Danny Boyle is mad that he can't make 28 weeks later, so they're like, yeah, I'm not gonna make that. I'm gonna retcon the entire film.
Yeah, which is weird because like they show footage of the second movie, so it's like, so the movie is canon. But it's like but it's just like the opening title sequence essentially is like, uh yeah, so Britain is like under quarantine. The virus that was in the continental Europe has been eradicated. So now Britain is just off to fend for itself basically, and it's like,
That's not how the world works.
it's like, why?
It's like, okay, all they have to do is just send military there. Either they send military there or just nuke the place. The
No,
thing is like,
because like the thing is like it's so evident to me that they really just wanted to get like this whole like, oh, we want to have medieval weapons versus the infected because that's cooler than guns. I mean, you do have like the Swedish NATO team having the guns instead, but it's like the British people that are still, you know, in Britain, but they don't have any guns. They choose not to have guns. This will just, I'm kind of confused onto this. I don't know. I guess they were just like, I guess that's just something that the creative team just really wanted. It would be so cool to see zombies die to bow and arrows, I guess.
yeah, bow and arrows. That's why. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's like, here's the thing. Those are rage viruses. Do you know that it means that you don't have to shoot them in the head like a regular zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
so
mean this movie like gives like the only like kind. There's only two references to the original films, like which is well, I guess like to kill. It's like you have to hit him in the head or heart, that kind of thing. The only other reference that you have is that like um when the kid like splatters the blood and it lands on Jodie Comer's face, and then he tells her to make sure that the blood doesn't go into your eyes, otherwise you'll turn. Because in the first movie, Mad Eye Moody, that's what happened to him.
yeah,
The blood going into his eye.
basically. But yeah, the thing is, if the Americans could just defeat the zombies in Paris, okay, France is basically infected. There's no way around it. If they can fight off like the zombies in France, why can't they fight off the zombies in UK?
Fuck the British, I guess.
Oh fuck them. They hate the France. That's why.
The British are coming. I guess they're not.
Yeah. Oh god. I love this. I love this franchise. To be honest, I already when I saw Alex Garland, I was like, yeah, this movie's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
This Alex Garland has
this is not Ex Machina or Alex Garland. This is
Annihilation, Man, Civil War.
don't people like? Is it this Dread movie that people liked, or is it the other one?
Dread. People like Dread, but like that's before Ex Machina.
That's before Ex Machina. Okay, yeah.
I mean, nowadays he's just. I mean, okay, I haven't seen Warfare, but like I've seen Annihilation, Man, and what the fuck, Civil War. All of them are bad, basically.
I think Civil War is like Civil War in this movie has a lot of similarities, and like I don't know, it's just like you have this concept of like, I mean, I guess there's a story here like that could be interesting, but like fuck the politics of it all, like how it makes sense for anything to be happening. Yeah, I mean, I guess here in this world, like nobody gives a fuck about the Britons being infected by zombies, which is insane because then they talk about this super powered like zombie that has the power to control crows, essentially. Crows that can fly, that could spread the infection to other places.
But I think Danny Boyle forgot that this animal can be infected by virus as well, because that's literally how the fucking franchise started. Monkeys.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And you have like the crows like regularly like biting like infected people like all the time, because I mean, you know, fresh meat and all that stuff. Fair enough.
They literally show that. That was not even an assumption. They literally show that.
They show that, yeah. Like but like the thing is like, oh, you're seeing this body that like the son and the dad played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, which is kind of bizarre now. Like I remember him from Kick-Ass, and now he's playing the father figure. Probably getting old now. But yeah, they find this one body in the mainland. The reason why they go to the mainland is because so like his 12-year-old son, there is coming of age kind of thing. He needs to get his first kill, that kind of thing. That's just what they do now. So I mean, obviously this kind of French, like at 28 years later, they're not like in the, oh, I'm trying to figure these things out. Like they know what they're doing. Like they have a system in place. They have a village that is able to operate in its own island. They have a land bridge that can allow them to go to the mainland to get any resources and stuff like that. So yeah, they go out for that reason. He kills the fatty, because one of your zombie types, like the fat guys who just crawl on the ground and eat worms, I guess.
What the fuck is there? This type of zombie types of like, I have no idea. Is there a lot of fat people on this island somehow?
Yeah, it's like what is the classification as to like what makes one the other? It's like the fatties are the crawlers, I guess, and then you got like these, like you got the regular running ones like from the original film,
which is like that's literally the only one that should be existing in the entire film.
And then they made one extra one called the Alpha.
Jesus Christ!
The Alpha is a super powered one. It's intelligent. It's able to plan and think, and understand like what's going on.
The thing
Uh,
is, the thing
he's
is like
got to
weeks has the implication that the zombies can feel emotions, but like only when you are related to like a really specific person, like a father and son. That's the idea, but I could not tell you that is intelligent. That's just emotionally more intelligent.
yeah. Also the alpha got a huge penis as well, just dangling around the whole film.
The thing is like they're wearing pants behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
yeah. They had the CGI dick, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
Yes, all the 65 million just is spent on dicks.
yeah. It's like imagine like that's your job description. Like, what did you do for this movie? Yeah, I had to spend like 13 hours a day for like a few months just CGIing this dick on this guy. Oh, good,
Yeah.
I guess.
Alex Garland, like Danny Boyle, they buy like 13 iPhones just to shoot this film.
Yeah, dude, like the editing was so fucking horrendous. Like, because so one of the big appeal of the first film is like they were using handheld cameras of the time to film the movie in specific shots and stuff like that. So it's like, so this one you have like, oh, let's use the camera of today, the iPhone, that kind of thing. uh I don't know why, but like every time, so like they have like this rig like putting up against the faces of the zombie, it just looked really awkward. And then whenever they do shoot like a bow and arrow into the zombie, like they just have to do this weird ass like pulling edit that knocks them over. It's like it was very epileptic, and it was really annoying.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like this is a weird film. This is gonna be a weird. Yeah, I just don't even know what to say about this because here's the thing. I don't know. I think people understand like in the first film, there's a lot of shaky, quick cuts, but at the same time, there's a lot of like wide shot closures
yeah,
and
staples of zombie content.
it's like it's not. But people just remember like the shaky stuff, so they just overuse it in the second film and this film as well. It's like no, that's not why it's good. You need a
Yeah,
balance of both.
yeah. And then like uh, I guess like we're kind of saying a few, more non-spoiler stuff as well. It's like, so I guess we can kind of continue that a little bit. You also have like this whole concept of like, yeah, the film just feels like it is not really sure what to do. It's just loosely trying to get its way to make us get you ready for the next movie.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you seen like Jeremy Johnson's review? He puts it perfectly
yeah,
by doing a skit. Basically, he was like, "Hey," because basically he plays Alex Gardner. It was like, "Hey, Danny Boyle, which script do you like?" And Danny Boyle was like, "Which script has Aaron Taylor Johnson?" Ah, this one, but let's combine both together. Lol.
yeah, because like in the first act, you have the kid and
Aaron Taylor
uh,
Johnson.
Aaron Taylor
That
Johnson together. And then it's just kind of going, honestly, like, which I thought was like the stronger part of the film.
no, it is the
Uh,
stronger part because Aaron Taylor Johnson is like the best character.
yeah, until he just randomly decides to be
Cheat on her while you.
like a cheater for some reason, I guess. I
I
mean,
don't know.
I guess I can understand it, like when you learn about her condition and all that stuff. It's just kind of weird because like that's not at all the vibe you get throughout the first act. But yeah, it's like once they like run from the infected, and like once they pointed out the alpha, that's when it's like
The thing is like this movie broke a lot of rules when it comes to zombies. Like because remember in the first film they're like zombies don't the infected do not just like run in the like they run in the morning because they need time to like um rest. They run at that's why they run at night. But like all the zombies just run at daytime this time.
mm. Yeah, remembering things is hard.
Ugh. I love that how this film intercut with like fucking war intercut with like non-usable image. like image that has nothing to do with the film. Here are some knights
Oh,
for
you
some
want
reason.
to know the story for that? So in the first trailer, the second trailer, there was like a poem said like the throughout the trailer, like it was, and people liked it so much that like, you know, we should put that in the movie. And they put the poem in the movie, but they added like extra shots of like just the walking of the father and son walking through and all this stuff, and then showing the stock footage of like all these random ass like bow and arrow military World War II footage for some reason, and like that's why they did it, because people really liked that poem that was in the trailer so much that they added it into the movie, and
The
they just
fuck?
needed to fill up B-roll,
The
and
fuck?
it comes off like a college like movie, like where you just randomly put like a thing just to be, I know that thing, that reference, I guess.
The thing is like in like student films, we shoot things we shoot like random objects because we need coverage. We don't have millions of dollars. That's why. That's why we put random stuff like in between. I mean, my film, I did not even choose to shoot it for fucking coverage because I fucking hate it. But yeah,
Yeah,
and the fact is like, what the fuck? We need to put a poem in the fucking film. You don't have to. Do you know Batman Begins? You know, by Christopher Nolan.
A Beautiful Lie. Yeah.
Yeah, in the trailer, they literally Nolan literally said, "Yeah, I recorded that speech just for the trailer. Low, I do not intend to use it in the film, even though I love the speech." That's
Yeah.
what I was like. He should just do that.
Yeah. No, it's like it. It was just really weird. But I mean, the whole town is like encouraging the kid, Spike, to get his first kill out in the mainland and all this stuff. You have like, and then having the kid characters there, so it's like it's a good way to have some exposition for the audience so that we can understand like what is it that they know and all this stuff. So it's like when you go out to the mainland, you have to go during the low tide so that the land bridge is not going to drag you out and all that stuff. Um, if you're out there, there's nobody going to come to rescue you. So you're out there on your own once you're out there, that kind of thing, that kind of understanding. And, they go out, they do kill the fatties. Then there's like this weird moment where like there's like a kid fatty too. And like Aaron has like the bow on him, but then like his son is like, Dad. And then the kid fatty just runs away.
The
And
the thing,
then
yeah,
And then there's like no acknowledgement about that. And then like later there's like the thing about like with like the upside down guy with the bag over his head, and Jimmy is carved on his body like that infected guy. And then like Aaron says like the lesson here is like you need to learn how to kill uh like this kind of infected because they have no soul, and so no soul means like you'll be fine, that kind of a thing. And it's weird because like, then why didn't you kill the kid beforehand? You could teach that same lesson over there,
yeah.
or the kid didn't need to be there because the kid never comes back like later in the movie, unless he comes back in the trilogy, which I don't know why you would do that.
I don't know, but Alex Garland is fucking stupid. Let's be real. And the thing is, I love that how the entire scene a bunch of fat people just sneak up on Aaron Taylor Johnson. I was like, no, he's a seasoned. He knows he knows how the entire thing works. He wants to train his son. He's prepared for anything to take care of him. Of course, how the fuck do you sneak up on this guy? Especially
he
those fatties are not sneaky at all. Or
he
like,
got bit. He got bit by a radioactive lion.
oh god, I hate my life. Maybe this is maybe this is what Alex Garland forgot how to write for 10 years.
Yeah, it's funny that Aaron is more of a hunter in this one than he was as Craven the Hunter.
I still haven't seen that film, so oh well.
Yeah, so they, I mean, like that's kind of what it is. There's not really much to say in terms of story wise.
No, it's like because Aaron Taylor Johnson's literally have the same treatment as Dawn in 28 weeks later. Fucking throw away after the first half for no reason.
Yeah. Which honestly, I mean, I'll say that I think the kid Alfie Williams, he did a really good job. I think he's one of the better kid actors uh, coming out of this. Um, but like, yeah, I mean, the trailers they put a lot of emphasis on Aaron Taylor Johnson in particular because like to the point of like it's kind of like market misleading,
The
making the
thing is like,
film be something that it's not. And then like Ray Fiennes' character is like obviously put in a lot. You feel like he's the bad guy, and then you learn later he's not the bad guy.
to be honest, this movie would be better if this he's the bad guy because he'll be like, oh, I learned to control zombies or something. I don't know. At least that would be interesting.
Yeah.
It's I mean the entire first half was like it's just full of plot bullshit.
I'm the eater of death.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson just like teaching the kid. It was like, oh, come here. I mean, he's just weird and stuff, and it clears that he knows how to bounce him off. He's like more cynical, but he also try to have fun.
Yeah.
But he's also really
Uh,
fun.
and
And
then
then
there was like a good moment like where when they run back to the cottage and hide in the attic, and then the kid is like I'm sorry. It's like sorry for what? It's like I did terrible. It's like no, you did better than like so many adults. They wouldn't know what to do. It's like you actually did something, and that's all that matters. That kind of thing. It's a good interaction. But yeah, I mean, there's like throughout the movie, there's like these weird edits of like red filter camera with like the eyes of the zombies and like things that are going on. I have no idea what that was about either.
uh,
Um,
I don't know. Maybe probably Alex Garland fucking. Do you think that how much Danny Boyle just steal this 60 million or 65 million for himself? So he's just making this 5 million.
yeah, I mean, it's already made his budget back. So, the audience will watch this movie.
No, yeah, the audience will eat anything up nowadays. Unfortunate. What would they learn?
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So
I mean,
I mean, mhm.
the thing is like I find it weird. There are like a bunch of zombies just appear out of nowhere just to spot them.
Yeah, but you see the alpha like just stands by the trees looking over, and then it calls up its other. Uh,
What the fuck? Is there a hive mind or something?
yeah,
I don't know that will create problems. If this is a hive mind, it got create problems later in the film. Yeah, it just works, and apparently the zombie just run on the attic, and they I don't know they just missed the top floor, I guess.
the stampede. Yeah,
Yeah, I loved how the alpha literally just pulled a fucking spine off of deer.
Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah. People don't know how strong it is if in order for you to pull a head and then the entire spine just taken out.
Yeah, I mean the other thing too is like what makes the alpha, that kind of thing. Like so, like for example, in The Last of Us, the way that the infection works is that they start off as runners, then they become uh well, I mean it's kind of a mix of things, but like they're runners, then they become clickers, the clickers become bloaters become shamblers, the wrecking, that kind of thing. And the way that the infection affects them is like the longer that person has been infected, that's what gets them to mutate to be this other thing. So it's like when you got this one alpha throughout this entire movie, the same alpha, because you see the actor has a credit, whoever was playing him. So what makes the alpha the mutation of 28 years later that is able to be that one person who has the intelligence, the speed, the strength, super strength. I mean, they're basically super soldiers. Um, I don't know. That's just not explained.
No, I guess the infected chose the alpha. That's literally the explanation, and they just give him super strength.
You shall
That
be
lyric.
the alpha.
Yeah. Pretty smart viruses. What a great film. What a great film.
Yeah,
Listen,
so when they then the kid has like a dream. The dream includes like his mother in the lake, uh calling out to him, and then like you see like the house getting like being hit by the deer, so like it's causing the cottage to fall out. So the two of them run out and they choose to go back to the bridge in the night. On their way, like across the bridge, the alpha is running after them, uh, straight lining. So yeah, that alpha is intelligent. All right. They make it back to the quarantine zone. Then the other guys that are there, they you know fire like a fire arrow into it.
yeah.
To kill it. Oh, so it's a different alpha, but both alphas are played by the same guy. So I guess they all
I,
look the same.
I also love the fact that the entire reason why they have to leave the house because there's a random earthquake. Like I'm serious. There's literally just a random earthquake appears next to the house, and that's why they have to leave the house
Oh,
to run back.
so it's actually the deer, like they stampede. That's what causes it to. But yeah, I mean, that's what I thought too. But like, because of the dark editing, I can't. It's hard to see. But yeah, the deer were like running, like at the same time. That kind of thing. That's what caused the earthquake kind of thing to happen. The house also wasn't very super stable either.
This is just random reason for them to just leave instead of
Just to leave, yeah. Because
instead of just
they were trying to wait till morning, but now it doesn't matter because well, the zombies are able to be in the morning.
yeah, that they broke their own rules. That's why you don't break your rules.
It's like, hey, maybe they figured it out 28 years later. It's like, what else did they figure out? I mean, they haven't figured out how to get like anybody else in the world to help them, and all that stuff, or possibly maybe nuke Great Britain because like I don't know, you have a zombie virus that could be airborne and can go anywhere if they were not careful. Like I don't know, the crows and all that stuff. I don't know. It's just really stupid.
Yeah, this
Especially when 28 weeks, like they actually show people trying to help. And like Idris Elba's character didn't die. He could be here.
No, I mean, the other thing is like weeks later, they even said that they potentially found a cure. That's a funny thing.
Yes.
They literally, oh yeah, shit. What if, yeah, so basically what happened is like, yeah, they did not find, after 28 years later, they did not find a cure. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, what the fuck is the point of the last movie? Like, what the fuck is the point of like Jeremy Renner died or like Rose Byrne died? The fuck? The entire reason they died is to save the world and give them a potential cure.
See, but like now they found like a new way to find a cure because we'll get to that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that they make it back. Aaron is celebrating his son for the kills that he did and all this stuff, and at the party, and then his son sees that his dad is kissing another woman and all that stuff. Well, not just kissing her, like eating her out.
Yeah, because her dad take the kid to a drinking party. I guess 28 years later. I guess 28 years kids can go drinking now.
Yeah. They go home. Well, so the kid there's like this other caretaker there, and like they have a conversation like, oh, I saw like this fire that was going on like somewhere out there. He's like, oh, that might be Dr. Kelson. Dr. Kelson is somebody that all the villagers they fear because he just randomly picks up dead bodies and like just burns them for some reason. And then like later, Aaron talks about that as well. That like, one time we were out there and we saw like 100 dead bodies like just lined up, ready to be burned. And then Dr. Kelson, saw us and he was just waving at us like nothing is weird about this. And then they ran away and never saw him again. The classic case of don't judge a book by its cover.
The fuck off! I mean, the entire reason. Here's the entire reason, like he even knows about because the kid, because there's a random guy that's taking care of his mother is just like, yeah. By the way, I know a doctor who's like right there, and he can cure your mom. Maybe.
The first movie had a doctor.
All right, they did. Wait, which one?
The 9th one.
Oh right, the 9th one. Well, I miss Christopher Atkinson.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor.
Yeah, famous for Malekith.
Yeah, Malekith, or maybe in True Detective Night Country. All right, no one talks about that show anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah. So the kid is not very happy because what kind of kid wants to see his dad eating out another woman and all that stuff.
I'm gonna be honest here. I was like, what the fuck is the point of that?
It was weird because like it doesn't really do anything because the kid is first asking about the doctor because Jodie Comer, the mother, she's like, there's just something clearly wrong with her. Like she gets like easily forgetful like after sudden burst of anger and stuff like that. Large amounts of pain and that kind of stuff. So nobody can really understand like what is wrong with her. So upon hearing about a doctor being out there, it's like, oh, we need to go and find the doctor, like whatever kind of doctor it is. I mean, it's not an intelligent plan, but like he's a 12-year-old boy. I can give him a pass. It's just that, well, the dad with this like back and forth and kind of a thing is like. He even pulls the knife out on his dad to leave her alone and leave them alone and all that stuff.
What leave them alone? Tell your dad to just get a doctor or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and then the thing is like he leaves and then which is enough time for the kid to go out and do a ruse. He burns up like a shack telling the people to go and like put it out, and then
he tell the person to safeguard the gate to help put out the fire as well. It was like, dude,
that's why they sent me to go and take your spot so that you don't
you are a fucking 12-year-old. Who's gonna believe you?
Well, the guy believed him,
Yeah, sure. I believe you totally.
It's smart. It's smart for a kid. It's dumb for the adult in the situation. So yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, that is completely right. That you shouldn't go out just because there's a mad doctor. And the thing is like he has all the reasons to not trust him because you have no idea who he is. He even explained that he actually find him and the dad were everywhere. And the kid was like, fuck you, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So but yeah, he takes his mother out and they walk over. He tells her that they were going to the beach.
How the fuck do you get there man to sneak open? You have to open the gate first.
Yeah.
It's like if you open the gate, everyone's gonna see it. It's a really big gate.
Yeah. Well, it's made out of wood, so I guess it's not like a metal gate. That kind of thing. But yeah, they walk out. They go back to the mainland.
Oh, by the way, they just Aaron Taylor Johnson just got rid of. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone for like the rest of the movie until like the last 2 minutes.
Well, yeah, and then this is gonna be funny because that's literally the same problem with 28 Weeks Later, where they just got rid of like the guy who starred the entire film. Dom. It was like, well, but like that was like so stupid.
I've seen people say this, and I do think there is some credence to it. Is like the film like really feels like a TV show that was turned into a movie. Like the way that things are edited and that kind of stuff, and the way things are like happening. Like this feels like an arc for a TV show, and now we're on the next arc. Like it doesn't feel like this is a movie. in the sequences that has been happening. But yeah, now now it's like the kid and the mom's turn to go on an adventure, and so like I mean, there's not like a lot going on. I mean, we already went through like 50 minutes of the movie right now. That's
But
like
like,
that's a first for us.
yeah, because like the thing is like there's not a lot of about this happening, but at the same time it's so stupid. When it's stupid, it's really stupid.
Yeah, I mean, like if we're comparing, we can talk about like the other two films, like how those characters were.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which one?
28 days, like
Phenomenal. Like all the characters are just phenomenal across the board. That's the thing.
yeah, Cillian Murphy's character Jim, he's like he was formerly like a bike courier, like so like I think that's like the one who gives letters. I think he was hit by a car that got him in a coma, and that's
No,
why.
but by courier means that you just pick up just like delivering food.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he got in a coma, and that's why he's been out, and that's why he's the character that doesn't know what's going on about this stuff, and it's like, and it's like I've seen people say that too. It's like that shot in 2002, like where he's walking through an entire empty London, which is like something you don't see, and that's like like an eerie kind of thing. Is like that's a 2002. It's like you can't do that now. That's not happening today. I mean,
Yeah.
they filmed it like very early in the morning, like 5 a.m. or something like that. So it's like to do that shot. But yeah, I don't know if you can do that now. Yeah, and then you also have like other friends, like Serena, played by Naomi Harris. She used to be a chemist. And like, so you're seeing like, and then I think Freddie is his name. Brendan Gleeson's character he's a taxi driver. So like, these guys have like different types of jobs that are forced into the situation of the zombie apocalypse world. So like that's what kind of puts like in that perspective. And then the second film like has more military people in the story.
I mean, Jeremy Renner is basically a military sniper, and Rose Byrne is
a
a
real
military
Hawkeye,
scientist.
if you will.
Yeah, good job. And then Rose Byrne is a military scientist. And then we got Dom, who is basically a survivor from in UK who got a position now.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. To be fair, he did not. He only here for like exposition.
Yeah, but like, it's still like useful information talking about the cure and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then we got like the two kids. I hate the kids.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And I think that's it.
This kid is better.
Oh, this kid is better. Yeah, I say so. That's because like the 28 weeks later has so much characters.
Yeah, I mean,
shorter runtime than 28 days. That's a funny thing. But like,
yeah, this
here's
thing is
what
like under 2 hours, like an hour 50 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird because 20. Here's the thing. Like, even though 28 weeks later is bad, and okay, even this is the same thing in 28 days. They're not afraid of killing off characters who are like good people. Like, and,
Right.
Okay, you guys like remember in the first death in 28 days later is like the guy that who's constantly with Naomi Harris.
I think
Because
Mark
his blood, his blood going through the bloodstream, and then Naomi Harris has to immediately kill him. Like immediately set the tone of how desperate the situation is. Even the people close to you, you could not hesitate.
Because the way that the infection works is like it's like instant, like maybe 10 seconds you have, and then like the person turns to the infected. It's not like, oh, I can maybe wait a few hours, that kind of thing. No, it's like it's instant. So if you got to kill him, you got to kill him now. Yeah, that a very big tone setter of that film.
The thing is, like, even 28 weeks later, the first scene like literally killed off most of the characters.
Yeah,
it's like they literally killed off the first kill is literally just a kid.
Yeah, and like the other thing too is like the other two films like have like some kind of aspect of like understanding the stakes or like understanding like Oh, like this thing, like you have to be very careful because like this kind of thing can like get you infected and that's it. Like the first one, like we talked about the blood dropping into the eye directly, uh, into the taxi driver's eye. Then the second film, I mean, it was stupid, but like the Don like kissing his wife.
Because yeah, that was like wow.
But it's like, I mean, but at least it shows you that even with that, even though she was technically immune to the disease, she was still like she's still
Infect.
able to infect other people. Yeah.
It was like yeah,
Um.
that was like Joe in The Last of Us Part 2 was like yeah, he just became a fucking idiot for no reason.
This film doesn't have any infections or like anything like that.
No, there's
Um.
the thing is I thought they got killed off Aaron Taylor Johnson after the first half because I was like, oh,
The one thing they did establish is that, well, if you're infected, and we're almost at this part of the film anyway, so we might as well talk about it. If you're infected and you're pregnant, you can give birth, and that child is clean.
that's not how fucking human biology works, you fuck.
Rose, and it's like, this is Ellie.
No, that's Blade.
Oh, Blade too. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't even like the twist in Blade. That's the thing is, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I have mixed feelings when it comes to the twist.
I'll say Ellie because like that at least it's zombie related, not vampire related. But yeah, like literally, like yeah, the mother is Isla or something like that. Jodie's character. So she helps deliver the birth of the baby.
Oh shit, we have to introduce the asshole military guys first.
Yeah, the Swedish guy who has a cell phone. And
yeah,
he doesn't know what his cell phone is, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, do you remember how they saved him? Because these two people just run into a shop.
So basically, PewDiePie is in this movie. And he like, yeah. So the way that this is introduced is like you see like this boat, it was sinking, and like this like military group, the Swedish NATO, they were running for their lives, and then like they were being attacked by the Alpha and some infected, and it kills all of them except for one guy.
But but here is like I was like, okay, no, the soldiers should be winning because they have guns.
Yeah, but they don't.
That was like the dumbest part I've ever seen.
Yeah, but you see, like, so the reason why Eric got away is because the Alpha decided to use that one guy to like do the Mortal Kombat, rip his spine out of his body, kind of a thing. He does it twice. He does it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was okay. First off, like, there's a lot of bullshit even just leading to this scene because, like, for one, how do you know that in there's a bunch of when the soldier guys save these two from a bunch of zombies. It's literally in a fast food restaurant, and the gas is leaking, and they just set the entire restaurant on fire. And okay, everything this is already really contrived that everything is happening according to time, and somehow it kills all the zombies, but Spike and Jodie Comer are completely fine.
You know, the main heroes of the story.
Oh wow, that explains a lot. And the fact that they even ran into him and he have guns and phones, and that was insane. And the fact that he's like the only person who died, and this is the character the film wants to tell you that he's the asshole character.
He's an asshole because he's the first and only character in this entire franchise that calls them zombies.
Yay, that is gonna be so good. And hey, this entire thing could be avoided. The pregnant zombie wife, if they did not let Jodie Comer walk into the train alone. Why would you allow her to walk in there alone instead of following her? Of course, the soldiers should immediately just shoot the pregnant woman instead of just leaving them to give birth.
Yeah, and like this pregnant infected lady is also like she's not very evil. Like she's like semi docile kind of a thing. So like that's why like Isla was able to like give birth to the baby without getting attacked.
Yeah, and then of course after instead of just shooting him, they're like, yeah,
And
that's
then
what.
Eric kills the mother, and then he's like, "No, we got to kill the baby too."
I was like, no, he's right. What the fuck? I was like, yeah, he's right.
But it's like it's not infected. Clearly, it's not infected because
So
like
how do you know?
which is so that is something from the movies. Like you can tell by the eye, but like they've changed like what does the eye look like if you're infected and if you're not? Because like in the original film, your eyes turn red. I think in the second film they turn like this blackish blue color kind of a thing. But yeah, I mean, so basically they could tell that the baby's not infected because of the eye hasn't changed to show it's infected. So there's that, but like obviously, but like it's still like a very cautious thing that it is a reasonable thing for Eric to bring up.
The things that Eric said, put down the baby, was just like, oh, he did not say, let me shoot the baby. He just said, put down the baby. I was like, no, that was like common.
No, this is the funniest part to me. Instead of going forward with the gun, he's backing up. Is like, you better do it, or I'm going to shoot. Like I'm going to do all that, but he's backing up, to the point where like now he's outside of the train entirely. Why? Well, so the Alpha could go and grab him. Obviously, that's where I like lost my mind. It's like, why the fuck are you backing up? It's like, I mean, unless you're worried that your gun has so much recoil that like you can't possibly shoot the gun like in the spot that you are at, and be worried about I don't know, blowing your arm off. I guess that was ridiculous.
No, they clear. I was when they do that, I was like, yeah, he's gonna die, and he's gonna die in some stupid way possible, and it is, and the entire thing I was like, wait, what's the part of this character again? I'm sorry. It's just that they want him to be like to make some 20th century jokes. It's like, hey yo kids, I have phone. You don't have phone. You don't know what phones is, yo. This is my girlfriend. Isn't she hot?
Yeah. And it's like also why did Sweden come and help? If like why now? It's been 28 years, and I don't know. It's like why choose and help now? It doesn't make that much sense.
That's one, and the other. I mean, here's one thing I want to mention that we kind of skip over is like, do you know that in one night they're like, oh, there's a zombie trying to attack Spike, and then Jodie Comer beat him.
Yeah, and then like she can't explain what happened, but like her brain just like went to like dissociative mode.
Yeah,
which is why I was like, oh, does she have DID?
No,
she doesn't. She just randomly gets like a adrenaline spike to be like a uber murderer, and then she goes back to normal. Like I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's the only implication. And the other thing I want to mention is like, why the fuck do you sleep outside? Why don't you just find a shelter to sleep? It's like, this is infected by zombies. You should find a safe spot to sleep. You should not sleep outside.
I thought they were going to go inside the building. That's why they were there in the first place. But they didn't go inside. They just waited outside.
It's like,
but yeah.
Yeah.
They're lucky it was a crawler, not a runner.
Oh god! If only they killed that, the movie would be over.
It was a little funny because the crawler was crawling over and eating the shoelace, thinking it was a worm. But then it's like, then can it attack people itself? I mean, I assume they can. Yeah. The fatties.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, the Alpha like decapitates Eric again with the Mortal Kombat finish.
And by the way, if the Alpha can just echolocation, just call a bunch of zombies to help, why don't you just call him now? Call them now.
Use your crows.
Crows, or if you can just summon a bunch of zombies to help, just summon it right now. Just kill them.
Yeah. So I mean, and then obviously with this shot, like full swinging penis, and yeah. So the Alpha's running after him. Spike is trying to shoot some arrows here and there, but like it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. They eventually make it outside.
Yeah, and then the
Like
doctor
so
just
the thing is like so the alpha is like clearly not like brain dead. Like it's clearly like being able to understand the communication, like understand like they're moving in this direction, that kind of thing. Um, I'm at a point. It's like pick up weapons, man. I'm sure you can do it, but he's not that intelligent. I guess,
I guess.
which is fortunate for the main characters.
And the other thing is like he can fuck. He knows how to fuck. I guess that was
Yeah,
that was weird because like I guess zombie pregnancy are a thing now.
yeah.
Jesus, yeah, I don't even want. I really hate this kid subplot, and because the entire thing is also because Jodie Comer's like, yeah, I believe this lady is not gonna kill me, even though he's a fucking zombie.
No, but you see, like because The Last of Us did that, like having an immune kid through pregnancy kind of a thing. If we have that, then maybe we have a different way of showing the cure without using 28 weeks later's version of the cure. It's like that
Jeez,
seems convoluted.
Combo, just use what 28 weeks later give. Just you're supposed to build upon and not fucking throw that away and just invent your own rules.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, they make it outside, and the alpha is like he's like really close to Alfie, and then he gets hit by a morphine dart by
yeah,
Kelson, and
very fine.
Ray finds, and yeah. So my
Well,
first
lucky timing.
timing, of course, and in the right location they were looking for. And you know, a few things are here. One, the Ray Fiennes covers himself in iodine because apparently zombies don't like the taste of iodine.
What the
So
fuck? No, that's not how they work. You know that they just like they will go run in and just kill everything they want. They're basically they just obviously humans without the emotion, like without the resistance of their own emotion, just going back to the wild.
I'd have to ask those like I know it's like 28 years later, but like what how did you like figure out that they don't like iodine? Like that just sounds like a very specific scenario of like did you like get your hand like covered in iodine or something and they just didn't like the smell of it or something? Like or I don't know, it's like I mean that's like an interesting idea. It's like and then again, I don't know if putting iodine all over your body is a great idea.
No, I mean the fact that he also infect himself with blood. That's even dumber. I don't even know how to he figure it out. And even that I was like I do not believe that's gonna be the case.
Yeah. So then here's another few things. So like we know that Kelson is the guy who kills people, both infected and non-infected, and like uses their bones as like a way of liberation, kind of a thing, like memento mori. Uh, we, in the end, we all die, or we have to die, that kind of a thing. And that's his concept and his belief. So my question is, so he knows about this particular alpha named Samson. Like he calls him Samson, like on his own accord. So it's like you know this particular alpha. I don't understand why you don't kill him.
Yeah, that's I was like we are literally watching this and we're like, kill him, kill him. He's literally
It's
stunned,
like
just kill him.
yeah, it's like he's in the morphine dart. You've interacted with him a few times. You know that he can get like at least super angry and will attack you. You can just kill him and use his bones and one not get like more people killed that are trying to go be out there and all that stuff. Or I guess making more zombie babies, I guess. Unless that's what he wants. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
Uh
that
but
was
yeah, he leaves Samson there. Samson he's like sleepy, but like he doesn't like fall over. He's just like standing in place like a Mortal Kombat finish him kind of animation, but like he's not like sleeping. He's just standing there.
yeah, Alex Garland must have played too much Mortal Kombat. His favorite character has to be Scorpion.
Yeah. But yeah, so Kelson takes Spike, the mother, and
He and
the baby to his place.
with
Uh,
with a fucking town of skulls.
yeah, the Bone Temple, which will be important because
I,
the second film of this franchise is called 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
the fuck, kill yourself, Alex Garland. Like, oh, it's like, and there's a lot of interesting exposition. They're like, here's like, oh, this is the bone of like every human and infected people. Like, blah blah. I was like, my god, this is scary. You're a
He's
horrible person. What the fuck?
he's been doing this for 15 years. He just loves doing that.
You're just insane. You're a horrible person.
It's like some the only thing I could say is like I guess I understand what he's saying is like it's a way of like well it's like he used to be a doctor before the outbreak and all this stuff. So the reason why they were out there is because like well there's something wrong with his mother. Let me see a doctor. Which I still question like are you telling me that entire quarantine village like not one person is an actual doctor? Like there's no way.
No, there's no way. And the other thing is like, we. And the other thing is like, you guys not learn any medical skills. In the meantime, like, what if someone has like a trip over or something, like just a flu?
There's no chat GPT.
Oh
Yes.
god, my guys.
Um
Yeah, but yeah,
If
and
only
then
if well, I mean, if only some other country could like at least airdrop kind of medical supplies or things that would be useful,
yeah,
like
and then here,
guns.
but yeah, hey, we need some arrow shooty pew pew. I don't know. And hey, Bone Temple.
Yeah.
Uh,
So that's just like what he is into. Um, he's not a scary guy. He's just kind of like a weird guy, but like
I love how this guy
he's,
washes
he's still
blood.
nice. But yeah,
I love how this guy washes blood to a river. It's like, those zombie blood that can get people infected. Let's wash those blood into a river.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, you're a horrible person. What the fuck?
No, that doesn't work anymore.
Why?
Yeah, well, you see in the film, like we talked about, like actually the blood does get onto Jodie Comer's face. It's just that oh, as long as she doesn't get the blood on in her eye, then it's fine, or in her mouth, or like I guess one of her holes.
Yeah, let's wash fucking zombie blood in the river. Then no one will get infected from it.
Yeah,
It's not like people drink from rivers now.
yeah. But yeah, so that that's that. Um, so they do take Eric's head from Samson, and they uh burns it basically to make it into the sterilized bone skull, and tells I'll put the skull somewhere uh good spot kind of a thing. And then I mean the rest of the film is not really much to say. I mean like I think the best scene in the movie probably is after like he does check on his mother and determines that without like any proper like medical materials, but based on what she's been describing and like what she has like on physically on her body, like she definitely has terminal cancer.
I love how the entire village was like, what? They don't know what cancer is.
Like nobody else has been able to tell. And it's like so Jody says like I've thought about that. I mean, I felt like I've lost my mind here and there, but like I have been thinking it maybe is cancer. And obviously, the Spike he doesn't know how to react.
I was like, but like that means that every people know what cancer is. Like, how the fuck do you not notice the symptoms of cancer?
Yeah, especially like very late. Obviously, you can't have like radiation treatment in this world. Well, in this country, radiation cancer can be taken care of in another country if only another country would help. Um, 28 years later. But yeah, so the kid is not taking it very well. Jody's trying to calm him down, gives him a hug and all that stuff. So that his back is turned. So they do have so it looks like they had a conversation prior. So she allows Ray Fiennes to put him to sleep with the morphine dart, and then she would, some last minute words of like, I love you, take care of the kid, make sure you take her back, be safe, and all that stuff. And then he would use like a killing dart, I guess, to kill her.
Oh my god. And this is a scene. I don't know. She's such a Roger Coma is such a non-character.
Yeah.
And the other thing is like, oh, so you're telling your 12-year-old kid to just bring the fucking baby back to the land himself. When you're the adult here.
Yeah. The only thing I can really say is like her mind is not 100% there, so it's like it's not the safest thing to do. But like at least you would be better off like at least bringing the baby back, and then like if you were to die at some other point, like it can still happen. I guess it's more like to prevent the suffering from continuing because it's cancer, so it's not a great feeling.
But I get the idea, but like it's poison. You can just like pour it into water and just drink it.
Yeah.
It's like I get the idea, but like you're not gonna be like condemned with like, yeah, kid, I want my kid to die just by walking there, because like and the thing is like I think the movie kind of skip over that. Does Jodie Comer not have people who cares about her? Like Aaron Taylor Johnson. So does she just want to die here? Just doesn't want people to know that she died?
What's funny is like he doesn't say that in his letter to his dad. But yeah, what? So the thing. So before we get to that, like, yeah, I was like, like in terms of like the scene, I think all three actors did a very good job with this one, at least the handling of euthanasia and that kind of thing. So, and then like suddenly, so like he burns the skull of his mother like the same night. Crazy concept. But like he gives the skull to his mother, to the son, and tells him, "You put the skull where you want it to be." And then the son, he goes up the entire skeleton tower.
Jesus Christ, that's scary.
To put it up at the top that was scary as hell. That's a lot of support, I guess. But yeah, he puts it up at the top, and all that stuff, and then.
And I think one of my friends just said, I think Alex Garland and Danny Boyle has an idea. I'm still trying to figure out what does he mean. Yeah, we literally have no idea what does this mean.
Like I understand like the concept, like his well, I get the idea of like putting the bone and all that stuff. I think that my thing is like I'm kind of confused with this being a trilogy. It's like because like I don't feel like anything happened in this movie.
No, it's just
because like this is like the third act, and like if we're being traditional, then like the conflict that happened was the Samson fight that ended with a blow dart, but then all of a sudden like he just like comes back. Samson just comes back. They're hiding under the ground, and then Samson grabs Ray Fiennes like through the ground and all that stuff. Rafe is like biting the hand of the infected. I don't know if that's a great idea to do.
No, that's not a great idea. And
but then but Samson, Spike, he puts the dart into the hand of Samson, and then he goes back to sleep again.
No, fucking kill him right now.
Yeah, and now we know that he has like a euthanasia dart as well, so you might as well use that.
Yeah, and hey, and I love
It's
the
like
fact.
it's like, don't you like to cremate? So why don't you cremate Samson? I feel like that would be useful.
Yeah, and I love that this doctor just decided like, yeah, I'm gonna be crazy and just stay here forever. I'm not gonna help this kid, and I'm not gonna stay in like, I'm not go back to civilization for some reason. He's just crazy.
Uh, yeah, but you see, anyway, yeah. So
Also, his hideout is completely blown, so he has to find a different hideout now. He's dead.
now the bones are, you can't move the bones. It's like it's kind of weird because like they're stacked so high and mighty, like all this like like landscape of like bones throughout the last 15 years. It's like I don't know. It feels like you want to show it to somebody, but I mean, I don't know. I guess he just really likes this temple. And then so the boy and the kid they go back, which sounds like a really hard task. First off, well, there's a few things like to think about. Like one, you have an infant, so you have so many instances where the infant should be crying or making sound, or like in a zombie apocalypse world, and in some cases it does, some cases it doesn't, where it really should. So you have that. Secondly, it's like you're going back from this place all the way back to the bridge. I mean, and Alfie is the only one who has like a bow and arrow, but he still has to hold the baby in some capacity. I mean, he eventually finds like a shopping cart to put her in and all that stuff, but like I don't know. It's like I mean, luckily they didn't run into any more infected
Yeah, that was
during that
that
journey
was,
back.
even though there's like infected everywhere. According to films, like literally, all they have to do is just walk into a fucking forest, and there's a bunch of infected. And
Yeah, it's like if you find one, there's probably more
and
like
I
around. Yeah,
and I love the fact that the kid just get over the fact her mom just died.
yeah.
Like, yeah, that never bring them up.
He makes it back, and then he puts the kid on the land bridge, like the door. But instead of going inside, he writes a letter for his dad that this is a kid. She's from an infected, but the kid is not infected.
And because
Please raise her right.
the
But
kid,
I can't come back. I need to do something.
what the
What
fuck
is
are
he?
you gonna do?
Don, you got to find his way. I
What the
guess
fuck does that mean?
he's got to find some people. We'll get to them in a second. And then I don't know. He
That
goes back. So he goes back to the mainland, and all this stuff. Aaron Taylor Johnson. He reads the thing and he runs out for the bridge. He opens it immediately. He doesn't care about like, oh, don't open the door. You can't do that. It's like he opens it and then he tries to go out, but like the high tide is up, so he can't
what the
walk on the
fuck?
bridge yet.
Why don't you find your kid like the moment he left with Jodie Comer? Like, okay, like, you should figure that out like after a day or so, or like you should have figured out like a long time ago that if you can't find your kid in the entire study, he must be outside.
And it's weird because like I'm oh well he's probably following the rules, like you can't go out there to find somebody and all that stuff. I don't really think that's an issue though. It's like if he wants to do that, he can do that, but we're not sending like a whole battalion to go and find you. Like I think that's what they meant.
Yeah, it was like
So
yeah, if he won't
if
go
he
out, he can.
personally wants to go out and find his wife and son, he can do that. We're just not gonna, you're not getting backup
I was like,
unless like somebody really wants to go with you.
which is like, yeah, why don't he do that? Based on his character, how much he loves his son, he will absolutely do that.
Especially since he's been talking about this doctor for a mom, and like both the kid and the mom are gone. You'd have to assume he's going to meet the doctor. The
No,
doctor you're telling him to not meet because he's a crazy guy. So it's like
he-
I think at some point you're gonna suck it up and like, okay, I need to go and find that guy so that one, they don't either get killed or I know where they're trying to go, and like I might be able to help to properly get him there or convince him to come back, that kind of a thing. So it's like, but at least like you have to put some kind of effort, and
but
like
like
he
we
didn't do that.
We thought everything Johnson's gonna come back to be like, oh, I'm gonna save you. Like, there's a random zombie horror. I'm gonna come here and just shoot more arrows at kill him to save you. It's like, no, he just disappeared. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I thought the guy at least gotta do something like this, but nah. He just like, yeah, I just decided to just fuck around my place for like 30 days for a month and just like allow my kid to just fuck around.
Right. That was another thing that like was so weird about this. Is like it cuts to 28 days later after like putting the thing is like first off you got to feed the baby at some point. That's kind of tough.
And two,
But
it's like
but secondly,
time.
it's like the the dad still hasn't gone out to find his son or to look for him at the very least. So it's kind of weird, like to do that kind of time skip here. I mean, I know like the other films, like they had 28 days later too, like as their ending as well. Like I mean, in the first film, it's like you have the guys like they're out in the field and they write hello for a helicopter to see. Do you think he saw that message? It's like a hopeful ending and that kind of thing.
And also the zombies are starving.
And the zombies are starving out. Yeah.
And this 28 weeks later, the zombies ran into Paris and just eat people. Okay, they did not show that part, but like they ran into Paris. But still, it's like it's a more sorrow note. But at the same time, you just remember, even though it's sorrow, they also potentially found a cure. So there's
Yeah.
actually potential for a sequel. There's like some
Mhm.
changes to the entire franchise as a whole, like different direction they're pushing. This one, what the fuck are they pushing?
Well, you see, 28 days later, the kid is out. He hunts for fish. He gets a fish. Then some runner comes after him, and then and it's just another day. Kill another zombie. He does that, but then there's a few more that come, and it's kind of overwhelming for him to do on his own. Fair enough, fair enough. But then all of a sudden, the Clockwork Orange guys, they just they just jump in and like they do all these like fantastical like looking kind of weird ass kills on the zombies. Like
Oh
it,
my
it, it
god.
reminded me of Alex from the Stooges or something like that, from the Clockwork Orange.
Oh, the Clockwork Orange. Oh, right, Alex when he beats his own man.
Yeah, and like all of them are like dressed up in this goofy like kind of costumes, like all of them. So apparently, this gang was inspired by some real person named Jimmy Seville.
Okay, I'm gonna Google who the fuck is Jimmy Phil.
He's an English media personality and DJ.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure Jimmy Phil is also a fucking crazy nutcase who kills people for fun.
Yeah, this gang is like inspired by this guy named Jimmy Crystal, who is from the beginning of the film, who was played by Jack O'Connell, the guy from Sinners.
No, that guy again. Why did they always cast him to play the crazy person in Apocalypse?
Yeah. Oh, and Aaron Kellerman was here too.
I'm not. Fuck you. I'm not gonna fuck. I'm not. Why the fuck did they cast her?
Just for the second film, to be fair, she wasn't in the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. So that was the movie. I
I
guess if you call it a movie, like it.
I guess, and those fucking Power Rangers wannabes just kill zombies easily. I was like, oh, you just make the zombies so pathetic for no reason.
So I'm kind of confused about this concept. So this is a trilogy that's gonna happen. The second film was already filmed back to back, so they can't go like, oh, like maybe, like we don't know if this film will do good or not. No, we're making two films back to back. Like, deal with it. At least like The Exorcist, like when they said they're gonna do a trilogy, it's like, well, they filmed the first one. The first one sucked, and they still haven't done the second one yet because they still don't know can they do it right or if they can keep going. Now, I mean, they got
Mike
Flanagan to do the second film, so it's like maybe it'll be better.
was
I
like,
don't
yeah,
know.
it's Mike Flanagan, so it's like it's gotta be better than what the fuck did the Halloween trilogy.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, but like I don't know. It's like I mean, so the second film is called The Bone Temple. Like I don't know what to say about that. It's like the Bone Temple was not really like a place. But I mean, you have the cast who's going to be there. You got Spike and Aaron Taylor Johnson coming back. Jack O'Connell, of course. You got Emma Laird from The Brutalist.
Yeah, and also Mayor of
Mayor of
Kingston.
Kingston, yeah. And
And
then Ray Fiennes obviously is coming back, and then here we go. It's like Cillian Murphy's coming back too.
what the fuck? Why would you bring him back? I don't want him back. I want him to survive in the end of the first film. I
I
don't
don't
want
know.
him to
Do you remember
die.
that? Do you remember that first trailer? Like people thought that one of the zombies was Cillian
Cillian
Murphy.
Murphy. Yeah,
Honestly, that would have been cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be honest. I would be pissed if that happened. Like
I'd be
after he,
pissed. I'd be pissed, but like that'd be kind of interesting at the same time.
yeah.
But yeah,
By the way, if you read the comics after 28 days later to confirm Cillian Murphy died off screen.
I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and then I would be like, if they got bring back Cillian Murphy, I guess he died. I guess the comic's non-canon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is already because like yeah, he's already confirmed a comeback.
Oh god, I'm pissed. I want Cillian Murphy to survive.
Yeah. So yeah, and like what's also weird is like so this trilogy, it's like the film was directed by Danny Boyle. Then the second film they want Nia DaCosta to direct it, and then the third film Danny Boyle will do it again. It's like I mean I like Nia. I said this a few times. I like Nia, but like I don't understand like why do you want to have three different why do you want to do the director differently? It just seems like Star Wars,
No, I guess it's just because
the Disney trilogy.
Danny Boyle just want to take a break. That's literally the only reason.
Probably, yeah.
But like, if that's the case, don't film it back to back, or like just make it like 28 months, 28 years, and 28 decades.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, like that's all we really know about it. Just the title of the film, and like it's part of a planned trilogy. And that's about it. We don't know anything plot wise, but like I don't really have anything here other than like what the fuck is like this random ass like, they're doing flips, they're doing cartwheels like to kill zombies. It's like, okay. So I guess Jimmy is just a crazy religious nutcase like his dad, I guess.
Yeah, I guess human nature. I don't know what the. Yeah, this is like easily the worst one in the entire trilogy.
Yeah, and this isn't even a trilogy anymore. It's a start of a new trilogy.
Also, I don't even know. Why don't they just stick with like the concept of like 28 days, weeks, and then months, years?
It's weird because like I don't really get as we said, like I don't really feel like this was connected to the first two movies, really. I mean,
No.
the way like just by the fact of like how the infected move is so different and like how they act and how they operate and how they're mutated and all this stuff. It's like I understand 28 years later, maybe something mutated or something changes. But then it's like you got to remember that 28 weeks they had people across the globe trying to help. So it's like to have it now be like, I mean, like they stopped the infection from continental Europe, but now it's just like the rest of Britain. Fuck them, I guess. That's a lost cause. We can't do anything about that.
I don't know. Nuke the place.
You might as well nuke it. I mean, like at that point, like what is there to lose? And then yeah, it's like then you have like this alpha zombie that can like manipulate crows. Who's to say that that alpha zombie cannot like manipulate the crows to go and attack like from other countries? You don't know that.
Yeah. I mean, the crows like. I mean, the thing that's like the alpha zombie could literally just control the crows to eat the people behind the the town. They never addressed that.
Yeah, it's like it's not that far off.
And I think it's like the world building feels so small. Like 28 days and 28 weeks like explore multiple cities, and this is just like they're just stuck on an island.
Yeah, and they barely do that too, because most of the film takes place in the mainland.
Yeah, I mean they could literally just make a different movie and it'll be like you just have to change a few references and it will be completely fine.
Well, I mean, it's still not a good movie, even without the connections. But like I'm saying, like if you watch the movie, I don't really feel like I watched a 28 later movie. Like I didn't feel like it was a connection or like a continuation or anything like that. Like I didn't really feel like I experienced a movie that was trying to be like 28 later something. Um, I mean, like at least like The Exorcist, I hate the movie a lot, but like, I mean, at least it had elements of like The Exorcist movie from the original and like telling its own story. Again, I think it did a horrible job in terms of expanding the franchise because I still think making a franchise out of an exorcism is a really stupid thing to do. I mean, at least a zombie apocalypse, like you can do more stories in it, and that is something I do appreciate with the trilogy. I guess to so to speak is like, I mean, it's not the same characters. You do get a new set of characters to explore here and there. That anthologies kind of feel. But that's about it. I mean, that's pretty much the only thing that it kind of carried over was that.
No, I mean the fact they
Until the
covered
next film is going to bring back Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. I was like, why would you bring him back? How, yeah, they just want money, nostalgia, I guess. Like literally, the nostalgia is the only reason I can follow. Just they bring him back. So, like as bad as the second film is, I just like there are some things that work. Like, okay, the issue is like this film has the same problems as 28 weeks later, and then even more and even worse. It's like they literally have the same issue of like they abandon. They literally just like here's the most interesting character of the entire film. Now let me get rid of him. Halfway through it, I was like, why? You think the other characters are interesting enough to carry it?
Yeah, it's like it's not that I don't like Jodie Comer. It's just like I mean, like
What?
obviously she has like an illness in this film and all that stuff. That's explaining why she can't be that much of a character because of that reacting to her illness.
What the
But
fuck? That's shit excuse. You know it. I mean, the thing is like you have a lot. You can tell a lot of stories about this character who's ill, but he's still trying to like protect her son or something.
yeah, because all of a sudden she just randomly gets a superpower. Um, when she kills that one fatty.
And the other thing she does is like, yeah, I'm gonna trust this pregnant zombie lady. I was like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, but you see, the pregnant zombie lady is like nice. So
Yeah, yeah. Everyone is nice. They're also assholes as well. Do you not understand how the world works?
yeah,
It's 28 days.
yeah, and like the rage virus is just not really like you don't really feel that energy. Then the whole gimmick about like the iPhones and all that stuff, like I feel like they've only did it for like 2 shots and like that's it.
No, I mean the character they introduced is like a dickhead, even though his death scene has nothing to do with him as a dickhead. He literally just like no, he's like the most reasonable of the entire film right now.
Yeah, but he's also stupid because he decides to back up far away enough to like just go outside and like just so that he can get grabbed. Like literally, that's it.
Yeah, that was dumb. What this is gonna be? This is I don't even know what to say about this film. It's just like
And you got like with the whole concept of 28 years later, it's like honestly the way you can explain 28 years or months later is like if the zombie attack was going on in Europe, continental Europe, then it's like okay, I can understand why nobody's helping Britain because the zombie apocalypse has went into France and all that stuff, and then which could obviously spread. That can make sense, but the problem is that they've already decided, like, no, we're not continuing the idea from 28 weeks later. We're going to stop the virus from France entirely, and now whatever is going on is just strictly stuck into Britain. That's it. And it's like, okay, then 28 years later, nobody did anything then. Like no other country decided to help Britain. Like,
I want to know. I want to know what the fuck is happening to Alex Garland when he made this film. He
could
was
you
like,
explain Civil War?
Civil War. It's about you've seen the film, right?
Yeah, but obviously for our audience who might not be familiar.
Civil War is about some a reporter played by Kristen Dunst, and she has to go to a different city to report about news. That's the concept, and so she has a young, like up and coming reporter played by Kelly Spaney to go around to help. And the movie was like, oh my god, different movies are fighting each other like World War II, blah blah blah, and they have to take photos of the president. So it has an interesting idea. I was like, oh my god, different cities are fighting each other, and you'll be like, oh shit, are they gonna explore why are they gonna fight each other? What do they gain? Why the war suddenly happens like this? And why would they be fighting? And what will they lose? And how the country will react to this? No, nothing. We just got a war is bad story.
Yeah.
I watched it in theaters, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. That's like kind of like my main thing with the 28 years later. It's like, I don't know. It's like it goes out of its way to try to be set in that time period just so that it can have like the bow and arrows. Like I think that's literally it. Why they're going back to their medieval roots or something like that. And they're not even barbaric. They're just like, yeah, it happens. It's a zombie apocalypse world. We just use bow and arrows instead of guns. I mean, you could at least say that the bow and arrow is quieter than a gun. Like, I mean, that could be something. But no, they don't do that.
Yeah, that's
And then the rest of the world not being a part of the help and all that stuff. I mean, honestly, what's interesting is like this discourse is just kind of like, what is good about the movie?
I don't know. I mean, I guess like I like Aaron Taylor Johnson for half of the time. Like, and then it's like the thing is like I like the characters, but like they're also framed as the wrong people.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is like 28 weeks later, all the characters are stupid, but like they're not like doing the wrong thing. That the plot is actually saying that they're right. In this film, like they're doing like the people who are doing the right things are framed as the wrong people. The people who are doing the wrong things are framed as right. I was like, what am I supposed to make of this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure like how they're going to continue the story with President Snow. I mean, I think that's kind of, I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's oh god. And hey, I guess they explore more about Alex Garland has a pregnancy fetish, like he did in Man. Yeah, the movie Man. Oh yeah, if you are not aware, Alex Garland has a character who has a man pregnant giving birth to another man, and the man immediately pregnant giving birth to the other man, and the man who immediately give birth to another man, like 6 times in a row. I'm not kidding. Watch that scene, and that's exactly what happened in that film, man. I watched that film and hated it. I do not remember much about it aside from that scene. Also, Annihilation is such a weird film. I don't know. Annihilation literally does not have any rules.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else to add. Film wasn't good.
No, it's a bad film. I mean, 28. I mean, obviously they should just stop it at 28 days later.
Yeah, it's just not. I don't know. It's just not really a franchise idea, especially since like the 28 days later. it kind of wraps everything up already because like you're explaining that like 28 days after that, 28 days later, so about 2 months worth of material, the zombies were already dying off. Uh, it would explain their lower numbers, their desperation of trying to infect other people and look for food and that kind of stuff, the starvation and that kind of aspect. So it's like it makes sense like why it was not lasting long, and then how 28 weeks later also like I mean you got to a point where it already died off and they're trying to rebuild the world again, or well rebuild the city again, and all that stuff, and then what leads to the second infection and that kind of stuff. Um, so it's like you have that concept, and it's a sequel that at least like explores a way how to bring something back despite it should be gone now, or that kind of thing.
I mean,
Um,
there's expansion, like how the world react to it. I mean, it's shit. How they do it is bad, but like, at least at least they start building upon something.
yeah, like 28 years later, it's just like I don't know. It's like you don't really have the benefit of there's just way too much time for nobody to be doing anything.
Yeah,
Like letting Britain go off and fend for itself and
I
that kind
just
of thing.
I just think they just want British actors, but like because 28 weeks later, it's like, oh shit, here's Rose Byrne, here's Idris Elba, here's Jeremy Renner, they're all Americans. Daniel Boyle was like, I don't
To be
want
fair, Idris Elba is British, but
Oh,
yeah,
right. Okay, that's Jeremy Renner. There's a Rose Byrne. Rose Byrne
yeah.
is American, right?
I think she's Scottish, right?
I need to look at it. I'm not sure. Rose Byrne is Rose Byrne. It's Australia. Oh, Rose Byrne is
Oh,
Australian.
sure. Okay, okay.
I was like, oh, and they were like, oh shit. Because they are not British. So how dare they make my franchise with American actors, with non-British actors? So fuck you. Here's 28 years later, everyone's British again.
That was the problem with the second one.
Yeah, that's absolutely a problem. Instead of the writing, and here's 28. I mean, they could have these two just have mixed 28 months later, and then how the world react to it, and then we got like French actors, African actors across the globe just to deal with it, like World War C, I guess. The World War C is a bad film, but still.
I mean, like, if you were to expand, like, again, like, I think the simple fix is, like, you do let Europe get infected, like how the second film was trying to end it with. And then, like, that would explain why in 28 years later, like, nobody came to help Britain because, well, the rest of Europe and probably the rest of Asia and all that stuff, those countries are probably infected too, and that kind of thing. So it's like, I mean, one of the important aspects of the first film is like where you seem like all hope is lost, like when the Ninth Doctor's uh, doing all that terrible stuff to Naomi Harris and the daughter, and then Cillian Murphy, he's out there to be slaughtered and all this stuff. But then when he looks up in the sky, when all hope is lost, he sees like jet fuel, like that streak in the sky. That would be evidence that there's people outside of Britain. There's so not the entire world is not in danger. It's contained to Britain. And honestly, that was like a genius idea to having it set in Britain because like the country itself is already a island already, so you can isolate this problem into one area and make it feel contained, but it's still a big area, so like you can still feel that stakes of like a whole country being under this kind of problem. I mean, obviously you could do this in Australia too, but like what I'm saying.
Yeah, because like
But
I
yeah,
thought, I thought the 28 months and years would be like about like how the world reacted after the attack across the world. Like
yeah.
World War C and others, Maze Runner. Okay, Maze Runner is not a good example. What? Okay, I don't know what franchise do we have like zombie movie. What zombie movies do we guys have now? No one remembers them anymore.
The Walking Dead, which
Oh,
was inspired by 28 Days Later as well. I mean,
fuck yeah.
so is The Last of Us. But yeah.
But
I
like
mean,
no, the thing is like
and
20.
then 28 Days Later was inspired by Resident Evil.
Really?
Yeah, that's what Dan Boyle said.
That's weird. There's no mutated zombies and stuff. I want to know what inspiration they do have. Like, what zombie movies do they? What zombie movies are there?
Honestly, like this 28 Days Later is the one that brought it back because like the concept of zombie movies, like in the 40s and 50s and all this stuff, like they're very different versus like what we have now. Now it's like after 28 Days Later that brought it back and brought like the thrill of it and all this stuff. Then you have like so many zombie projects like Shaun of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, uh, all these other kinds of franchises. We talked about The Last of Us and The Walking Dead as well, and now World War Z, and now it's like the concept has like kind of died out, so to speak.
Yeah.
You've kind of seen everything you wanted to see out of zombie projects. I mean, it's not an easy
No, I mean the only
genre to explore, but yeah.
the only zombie thing people cares about is just Resident Evil, which they can shoot zombies, and also scary, I guess. I mean, The Last of Us, no one cares about season 2 because no one likes the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny thing. Even the people who likes the game hates the show. Yeah. I think HBO will be like, hey, people hate you now. Please end the show in season 3.
Because obviously, like these things were like mostly inspired by Night of the Living Dead, those films from the 1950s.
House of the Dead or something. Dawn of the Dead. I mean, Shaun of the Dead is a good film. Zombieland. Oh fuck, there's Zombieland Double Tap. I forgot about that film.
Yeah.
What zombie films do we have now?
Zack Snyder's.
Fuck's sake, I don't. Oh right, they're making more Resident Evil.
Army of the Dead.
Oh my god, yeah. Also, they are making the new Resident Evil film.
Yeah, and like we're really gonna tackle the roots of the game. They said that like 3 times ago.
God, stop it already! Stop it! No one, stop going back to the roots of the game. That is just admission that you just want to be safe and you just want a nostalgia. You just want to be like, yeah, we don't want to take any more risk.
I mean, this movie itself had we're trying to go back to the roots of 28 Days Later.
Every time you say that, I think you just don't understand what the roots are. You're not supposed to go back to the roots. You're supposed to expand on the roots.
Yeah. And you know, I can't really. I just don't know. Like, what else do you want to say out of it? Like to want this to be a trilogy set in the 28 later franchise. It's like I don't really understand like what, because like, and this is the other problem too. It's like I understand you want to make a trilogy and all that stuff, but like you still have to have a responsibility that, oh, I need to tell a story that will expand in 3 movies, but I still need to make a story that feels satisfying to watch as this one movie. Like this is like the thing that's been kind of lost lately. It's like everybody's thinking in terms of trilogies. They're thinking in terms of like, oh yeah, I mean, I have 2 other movies to figure out how to wrap it up, that kind of thing. But it's like I don't really understand like what is the point of this? Like
it's like John Wick.
Yeah. It's like I know I'm gonna get a trilogy, so like I don't need to really try that much because like maybe I'll answer these questions later, maybe I won't. I don't know.
No, that's literally the problem with John Wick. The John Wick is like perfect film that wraps in the first film, and afterwards they're like, "Fuck, we need to make more. Let's expand on it. How do we do it? Fuck all." They just gave up.
I mean, like think about like Star Wars. Like, I mean, that film didn't have a green light of Empire Strikes Back right away, but like, I mean, it had like the ending, the possible tease of like Darth Vader getting knocked away instead of dying, like with the rest of the Death Star crew. So it's like, yeah, but like the rest of the movie itself, it wraps up pretty nicely. Like, and it was the first film of the franchise, so you can tell like like you can tell more stories, but like at the same time, it still ended for Luke and the gang there for that movie. So it's like you don't really feel like you feel like you've watched a movie at the end of the day. Like here, it's like I feel like I'm watching like a part of a movie, a
No,
segment of a movie.
and
But yeah,
I just figure out like this kid literally did nothing. He literally changes nothing. His mom died anyways, and he learned nothing. He just like I guess he learned how to survive more.
yeah, he's fighting better. He wants to go out off on his own. I don't really know why. I mean, he kind of already did that by trying to get his mom out of the mainland and into there. I mean, he's learning things about like the old world, what it used to be like, but like, there's not that many scenes of that being like a big issue for him. Like, what is he missing? Like, what does he need to understand? Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like it feels like a Katniss Everdeen kind of a thing, but like nothing to fight against. So like I don't know what he's really looking for out there.
That oh
And
god,
then he just ends up finding the Jimmies.
yeah, the Jimmys. I'm sure they're gonna be good characters in the second film for no reason. No, they're not. They're gonna be fucking shit.
Yeah, it's like what a bizarre way to end the movie.
I love they're like, oh, that's because you American people do not understand the ending of this film. It's like, what? You think just because we have campiness in UK, that means that we accept this shit? No, that's a tonal whiplash. Complete
Yeah,
tonal whiplash. And they're just like pop out just to save a kid, and they're like, yeah, we just like kill zombies easily now.
yeah. Just do little cartwheels, throw a bag over the head. Like I don't know.
That's not how zombies work. They know that.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh fuck! I just got the news. Dennis Villeneuve is gonna direct the next James Bond film.
Oh shit.
The guy who made Dune.
Oh, they actually wanted a superstar director. Interesting.
Yeah, they almost got.
I thought that was Cap.
That was literally announced an hour ago. Fuck. Sacred Nintendo honors for the show put the path for many new. Oh god. Some of my earliest movie going memory are connected to 007. I grew up watching James Bond films with my father. Ever since Doctor No with Sean Connery, I'm a diehard Bond fan. To me, he's a sacred territory. I intend to honor the tradition and open the path for many new missions to come. This is a massive responsibility, but also incredibly excited for me to end a huge honor. Oh, by the way, they actually got rid of the person who produced all the Bond films. Barbara Broccoli. Yeah, that's her name. Barbara Broccoli.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I have no idea what's gonna happen because now Amazon Prime is in charge of this franchise now. Uh, yeah, James Bond. I'm not excited for the next James Bond film. Let's be real here. Oh,
Um.
oh god, we just got the news. Oh fuck, news about the years later. Samson the Alpha Zombie is confirmed to return in 28 years later.
Jesus Christ.
So this is confirmation they absolutely did not kill him.
No, they didn't, because he's just under like morphine. They'll just make him go to sleep.
How is murdering him such a hard concept? He's a zombie. Just kill him. I don't get it. Um, but hey, maybe this is gonna be good. No, this is not gonna be good.
James Bond.
James Bond.
Um, I don't know. Like,
For hopefully this time they're gonna go back to like something more fun. James Bond, man. Danny Boyle. Maybe we should watch the Trainspotting movies.
Honestly, James Bond isn't really my franchise either. I mean, like, I talked to you about like John Wick and why that wasn't really my franchise. I do think I would like James Bond more than John Wick, to be fair.
No, I mean you absolutely will. John Wick is the thing is that John Wick only has one good movie, and everyone now just like thinks that the other movies are good, even though none of them are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like for me, I mean, I guess we're kind of doing like a yap session at this point, which is fine. There wasn't that much movie to talk about. I don't know. Like for me, like action movies, like I think one of my issues with action movies in general is like when it becomes mindless action for the sake of all the cool stunts and all that stuff. And like I'm not saying that not like no action movie has good stories and all that stuff, but like there is like a thing is like we just need to figure out a way how to get the action in there, and that's can be the extent. Um,
No, that's the extent.
yeah, I mean, like I'm not gonna say the Bond is entirely like that, but like even like Mission Impossible 2, it's like these kinds of franchises are not super interesting to me because like I don't know. I guess like you kind of get desensitized by the action kind of a thing. In the case of Mission Impossible, it's like I'm sure there's plenty of like death defying kind of stuff that he should have been through for it to last this long.
No, I
And all
mean
that stuff. But yeah.
Tom Cruise is that dedicated as a person, but yeah, that's literally the only reason. I've seen all the Mission Impossible films. Okay, let's just say I told you not to do Mission Impossible like Final Reckoning because I'll be like, yeah, this is not the movie you want to dissect scene by scene.
Yeah. But honestly, like this is kind of like if we're talking about blockbusters now, it's like this is kind of like been the problem lately. Like in our discussions, it's like I'm not saying like our discussions are the problem. It's just like look at the films that we've been discussing lately. Like how much has there really been for us to really talk about? Like films just seem to be either be playing it safe or like, well, I mean, they did the thing. They got people to come in both ways, probably, and then that's it. Like, will we remember this film? Will it be like a classic? Probably not.
Nope. I mean, you haven't even dissect. We have to break down like the new Predator film, the Karate Kid film.
Yeah. I think next. So, not next week. The week after, or actually next week. We are thinking about doing like a mid-season awards kind of a thing, like just kind of talking about like multiple different types of movies and TV shows that we weren't able to discuss.
Yeah, it's all gonna be franchises.
Ironheart will be done as well by that point as well, since they're doing only 2 weeks.
Oh fuck! No, we have to watch all 3 episodes in one day. God.
Yeah, but like Ironheart will also be done by July 1st as well.
Yeah, that's and
I think they underestimated. They probably could have done the 6 weeks.
no, I think it's not really. I don't think people like it. Even the news report was like, yeah, Ironheart is shit. That's not my opinion. It's literally just a news report was like, yeah, even we do not like it. Even IGN does not like it.
Yeah, but IGN didn't like Penguin.
Okay.
I'm not going to put it at that level. I'm just saying, like, IGN says a lot of dumb things.
Yeah, true. Let's just say no one likes Ironheart. I did not see a single person who likes Ironheart. Even the news report, like not just the New York Post or just even the film critics site, just like, yeah, we did not like it.
Yeah. I just haven't had time lately because I've been doing some recordings for
No, I mean I seen like
some projects.
one episode though. Oh yeah, we have to watch Megan 2. Fuck me.
That's what I'm saying. Especially now, it's like we're in the summer blockbuster era, so like there's gonna be a lot of content coming out for this time of the year.
Oh god, I'm not gonna rewatch Megan 1 just to rewatch, just to watch Megan 2. Oh, it's coming out in 2 days.
The trailers are so funny because like it's so clear that they turned her into like an action hero.
I don't know why they just like here's her dancing with Chappell Roan's song. I was like, yeah, I like Chappell Roan, but like seriously.
Yeah, she's training like Black Widow.
I guess I watch it. I would not rewatch the first one. Holy shit, the first one is bad. I'm sick of people telling me it's good. It's bad. It's so bad.
It's just simply because it's a new thing.
You fuck. That's doing the Chucky films.
But this is an AI girl, so it's different.
Wait, what? That's doing the Chucky reboot.
Oh, Chucky reboot is ripping off of itself, but that's
Yeah, the Chucky
that's not.
the Chucky reboot made him like an AI and voiced by Mark Hamill. To be fair.
Yeah. But yeah, I know like yeah, the rest of the summer is going to be pretty crazy as well, especially with Super Fantastic coming out.
Oh god, I can't wait for
But
next
that's
year. Yeah.
after your graduation.
Oh, my graduation? Yeah, count me out. I'm not gonna do anything on my graduation. I told you that already.
Yeah.
It's like have fun with Superman, a Fantastic Four, or whatever.
Yeah, so that was our discussion on 28 years later. Again, not really much to talk about. You got this next film coming out in 28 weeks later, so I guess that's something they brought back.
Yeah, I mean 28 days later, great. 28 weeks later, bad. But there's some elements that are good. 28 years later, nothing is good.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. We'll see. These guys again. Aaron Taylor Johnson, Spike, and President Snow.
Yay! I can't wait to watch the new. I don't know. Hunger Games prequel again?
Another Hunger Games prequel. Yeah.
Why stop this? No one cares about this franchise anymore. Like, okay, no one with a fucking brain cell cares about it.
Yeah. Well, I'll only give it because of the book, but
Yeah,
But even with that, it's like I haven't been a fan of like, yeah, I'm gonna start writing books now just for the sake of a movie coming out in like
no,
2 years.
no. It just means he's just Susan O'Connor just want money. That's the really reason.
Yeah,
That just means she wants money.
and
Money.
I think the books are good. It's just like I feel like in the film side of things, it's like they haven't been able to adapt like a lot of the aspects of any of the books, super fantastic or anything like that. So it's like I don't really know why it would be any different. Like this book in particular is like the darkest it's been, and like I really don't see that being translated based on like all these other books from before. So it's like I don't
No, it
know.
won't. No, absolutely it won't. Don't worry about it. It won't. I mean the book. Oh god, I can't wait to watch the guy who wrote Terminator Dark Fate to write the new film. Yeah. And hey, here's a 20 characters in the fucking sunrise on the reaping for no reason. Why is that 20 characters? I don't get it.
Yeah, and they serve their purpose in the story. It's just like as I was saying, like I do think like this and the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I think like they really would have benefited with a TV show format. Um, I don't know. We just gotta make it a movie.
What the fuck? There's like 20 characters. You think they got able to characterize all of them in like 3 hours runtime at max? I say 3 hours, but like it's probably like 2 hours and half at most.
How much was Ballad? It was
Surprise.
So, I don't know how long was Ballad the movie?
2 hours and 13 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, you can't do that.
There's no like okay. Here's the thing: they didn't even do jack shit with the characters, even when they split the last book in what's it called? the Mockingjay books in half, in two. They did jack shit with the characters. I gotta tell you this much. And everything they did with the fucking characters in the part 1 got character assassinated in part 2. And people just tell me actually in the books. I would be like, that's not in the books, you morons. I'm talking about the films. And what continuity do you think the books is following and the film adaptation is following? Of course, it's the films. And I'll be like, oh, they're interesting characters in the books. I'll be like, there are nothing characters in the film. I'm not gonna care about them.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest thing is like with the prequel aspect is like I feel like they really should have differentiated themselves from the movies and like the original trilogy and all that stuff by doing the TV show format with the prequel stuff. Because like honestly, one, I feel like Suzanne is probably thinking a little too small in my opinion, because like her books are just way too big for movies in my opinion. Secondly, it's like I don't know. It's like after seeing Andor, it's like, dude, just do that. You could do that with Hunger Games material. Like you actually can do that. It's so frustrating because like I really do think that it could really benefit with that kind of level of effort in production wise and like storytelling wise. Like if you were to do that, especially with Songbirds and
Snake.
the Reaping books. So it's like
the-
you can. I feel like you can do something with that kind of level of material, but like with Tony Gilroy, but you know,
No,
they're
but
not doing that.
no, instead of like Tony Gilroy, who the fuck did they get as a writer? Who's the writer again? Jeez, I hate. Okay, here the writer of the fucking film. Okay, writer for Songbirds and Snakes. Oh, like not Songbirds, Sunrise and Reaping. Writer. Okay, writer for the. I fucking hate. I fucking hate Google sometimes. They just give me the book writer instead of the script writer. Yes, we know who the script writer. We know who the book writer is. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, here's the right. Here's a writer for Sunrise of a Reaping. Billy Ray. Sorry. I wish Billy Joe is actually writing this. He'd probably be better off.
Dude, when you said Billy Ray, I thought you meant Billy Ray Cyrus.
Jesus. Fair. Hey, here are all his credits before he wrote whatever the fuck that this film. He wrote Terminator Dark Fate, Gemini Man. Yeah, those are the films he made. Since he wrote Hunger Games. Like, you think this guy suddenly will make good films now? No, he's not. This is Hunger Games. His last good film is over 10 years ago.
Which one is that?
Captain Phillips.
Yeah. I do think I think there's a lot of reliance on the cast though. Because the cast is crazy. Ray Fiennes, Ellie Fanning, Karen Culkin, Jesse Plemons, Kelvin Harris Jr., Maya Hawke, McKenna Grace, Glenn Close. Jesus Christ.
I was literally when I watched this, I was like, dude, how many screen time do they even gotta have? Like 10 minutes? Okay, 5 minutes at most. And then you gotta you have to remember they bring back a lot of like the old characters. Haymitch is just one of them, and then there gotta be like Leondorf Brad. What's Leondorf Brad? Baird. Oh, Lucy Barrett's daughter.
Yeah, that's well, it's a cousin's daughter.
What the fuck?
They are related. So, yeah.
Oh,
but like, what was annoying is like they shouldn't have said who she was playing, the name of the character. They shouldn't have done that because that was a twist in the book, and that was really annoying.
Okay, Leonard Dove Brad was like, what the fuck, Barrett? Okay, and by the way, no one likes Rachel Ziegler anymore. She has a lot of conflict just behind the scenes, not just in Snow White.
Yeah.
She's okay? Let's just say she's really unprofessional. I'm gonna tell you this much. What the fuck? They have Plutrush, played by Jesse Pellman, BD, Wireless, Max. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then they also have a guy from Karate Kid legend, Ben Wang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I will break down that film. And then President Snow, I get okay. President Snow, I can give her some leeway. Louisa McCoy, Elfie, Evie, Caesar.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you gonna balance all of them?
Yeah, they are in the book. So, I mean, when we review that movie, we're probably going to do that again. Compare the book and the movie. But yeah.
Yeah, you remember.
Obviously the big casting. Dude, getting Ray Fiennes is crazy as snow, especially after Voldemort. He's been killing it lately.
No, I mean, Ray Fiennes is like easy choice because he's like a really big name. And you can just cast him in any roles and he would just be great in it.
Yeah.
Ray Fiennes, and then how much is the budget of this film? And then they have to like follow the rules of every single character while having several twist reveals while following the continuation of the last film and also like not breaking any laws from the films coming after, which they're absolutely gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, because like this is also the 50th Hunger Games, so it's a special one.
Special shit one. Yeah.
Yeah. Barrett is the girlfriend of Image.
What?
Yeah.
You fucking kidding? Fuck you. Yeah, she's absolutely gonna die.
Yeah. Again, they really should not have really cast it. Like the character's name, they shouldn't have done that. That was a twist in the book. But yeah, Haymitch. I mean, we talked about Haymitch before off screen, but like the personality is just very different as well. But like at the same time, people really like Woody Harrelson. So.
Yeah, because people like Woody Harrelson so much, they really do like. Wait, what is Haymitch's character?
Woody Harrelson.
Basically, his character is literally just Woody Harrelson. He literally does not have a character in the film. Like, oh, I'm sorry if this is apparently a hot take for book fans. He has fuck all. And the movie like all 4 movies, they forgot the character. They forgot to flesh him out more. I mean, the thing is like he has an idea. It's like he's a survivor. He experienced the Hunger Games. It's like he does not act like it. I mean, he forgot he's an alcoholic after one scene.
I will say though, there is like something in the ending of the book that I am kind of worried about, because how Suzanne is talking about like, oh, I really want to make books to make them future movies and that kind of stuff. So there is something at the end of the book that like that can really stir that conversation about a future movie potential kind of a thing. So it's like, and yeah, I'm not super thrilled on that, especially with something that has not been written yet. Like, she just wrote this book right now. No. So she obviously doesn't have future books planned out at this current time. So it's like, I don't know. But yeah, but the thing in the ending is like, it is kind of like, I don't know like what direction you would take that when they drop the film, I think next year or the year after, 2027. I'm not sure.
They got dropped this in 2026.
26, okay.
Okay, a release date. Let's see the release date. Maybe this movie is gonna be so great.
November 20th, 2026.
Oh god, next year. Movie release date. Oh, they haven't even shot it yet.
They haven't shot it yet.
Lionsgate film. Yay. Like, yeah, as I said, everything is just a franchise now. I'm so frustrated. I mean, the next few days, I'm probably just gonna watch like Predator, Karate Kid, Legends, I don't know, Ironheart, I guess. I need a break.
Yeah.
And then honestly, after next week, I'm not gonna do the week after.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We can call that a pod. Huh?
Oh right,
Yep.
Megan 2.
Megan too.
Jeez. Megan 2, Karate Kid, Killers of Killer. Oh yeah, if you want a prediction, I don't think any of them is gonna be good. Yeah, that's my prediction. Karate Kid Legend, nope. Megan 2, no. Killer of Killers, nope. Yeah, I seen Final Reckoning already. That's that's gonna be a lot to break down.
Yeah, and I think we're doing like the 15 minutes per thing.
Yeah,
But,
I don't. I'm not.
We don't have to follow that to a T.
I don't think I'm. Yeah, I think a lot of the people I watch with, they're like they get tired of just watching so many franchise movies.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I got tired. I have to watch a Lilo and Stitch live action as well. I hate my life. Oh well, I guess that's it.
But yeah, so that was our review on 28 Years Later. It's not very good. But there's another film coming out, so there's nothing we can do about it. So yeah, subscribe to our channels.
Okay, here's the thing we can do about it. Don't pay for the movie. Speak with your wallet.
They haven't made the third film yet. You can stop this from happening.
It's like every time people complain about, I don't want live action remakes, I don't want remakes, I don't want sequels, I want something original. And then you guys just pay like fucking millions, pay billions for Disney, for DC, for Warner Brothers, for like whatever country, Paramount. Just stop paying for them. That's all you need to do. Speak with your wallet.
Yeah. Especially now. Everything's getting expensive as fuck. Don't spend your money. Save it for someone else.
Yay.
But yeah, subscribe to our channels, Red Devil Reviews, Unity Review and Analysis, another Reviews Corp podcast where we archive all these videos for all these links are in the description down below. And we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.